Half a day.
Half a day.
I love that energy. One more time. Half a day.
Half a day.
Half a day, and welcome to the Office of the Governor of Guam. And thank you so much for joining us today for a very special check presentation. Let me turn off my music first. We're listening to the Bee Gees because my dad's a big fan of the Bee Gees and he's here in the audience this afternoon. But we're here today for a very special check presentation for the Qualifying Certificate Community Contributions Grant Program Series 7, or QCCC Series 7. There's a lot of dignitaries in the room, but the ones I do want to acknowledge, of course, is our Acting Governor of Guam, the Honorable Joshua Tenorio. Let's give him a round of applause. And I also want to acknowledge from the Leon Tenorio Cabinet, and the person who's going to be giving you your check today, our administrator for GEDA, Mel Mendiola. She's feeling like Oprah today. And of course, all our recipients today. We have a vast number of mayors in here, community leaders. We'll get to you shortly, but without further ado, I want to give the floor now to Mel for her opening remarks. Why we're here today? Who are these people? What is this program?
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
All right, so a few months ago, the Board of Directors of the Guam Economic Development Authority, and one of our board members is Director Shin here? He's lost. Nettie, have you seen him? No, right? Okay. So a few months ago, the Guam Economic Development Authority Board of Directors designated $600,000 towards our community contribution grant program. So for those of you who don't know, once upon a time, the way GEDA worked was you just had to kind of go up to GEDA and you had to politic, and there was no real rhyme or reason, and sometimes we just didn't give, sometimes there was no consistent sort of handling of the community contribution grant funding. So what happened, of course, we got in trouble. BJ gave us a bad audit. And I came in, and guess what? I said, we're going to fix this. No, no. Governor Leon Guerrero said, man, you know what you need to do is called community contribution. You give it back to the community. I said, hey, that's a good idea, ma'am. So here we are. We've done 6 series of this under this program. It is a competitive grants program. This year, we received 120 applications, which is far more than we've ever received. It took us 2 days to review. There were 4 panelists that did all of the scoring. And frankly, man, we just couldn't decide. All the mayors just had such good projects. We said, man, we got to give everybody a little something. So with that, what we ended up doing was we said, let's go ahead and split it up. Let's split this into 3 categories so we can compare apples to apples. We have a category for the village mayors. We have a category for government agencies, and we have a category for not-for-profits. So the not-for-profits will be presenting at a later date, but today we have the mayor's office, the village mayors, as well as the government agencies. And so welcome to everyone today. I'd like to thank all of you for taking the time to apply to our program. We try not to make it a difficult, we try not to make it a cumbersome application. I hope it's not. We do appreciate the time that you took to put your applications together. And of course, I'd also like to thank the team that scored the applications and our board director, Shin Tyra, who volunteered on behalf of the board of directors. And I'd also like to give a special thanks to Mayor Robert Hoffman, the valedictorian of the Mayor's Council, who we heard did a training, and we said, hey, we don't wonder why we had such good participation from the mayors. So for that, thank you very much, Mayor Hoffman. And so with that, I'd like to go ahead and turn it over to our acting governor for his remarks.
Thank you, Mel. Thank you to you and to the members of the team at GEDA for doing such an excellent job. Really, over these last few years, GEDA has really stepped up to the plate It wasn't very often that mayor's offices or other government of Guam agencies would have reason to work with GEDA, but as you know, GEDA has been not only doing this program, they stepped up for public health and were able to execute the Child Care Development Fund program with our mission to try and really get more services and more programs for our kids. And really that's what I feel is so consistent with GEDA's mission is to provide for and to expand the economic development of the island. Who better to invest in than the children of Guam? And in that, we get to be able to partner with the mayor's offices. GEDA's community contribution program is also being able to help agencies do some innovative things or provide for areas that are not been funded by either the general fund or federal funds. It really is allowing agencies to be able to try and exhibit the new innovation that is occurring. We have that in the fire department as they're utilizing drone technology to help our firefighters target best how to save and protect property and life throughout the island. We're doing that through getting some playground improvements at the Department of Youth Affairs Southern Youth Resource Center, which out of all the centers is the most active. That's in Pagachao in a neighborhood down in Agate that has been getting a lot of good help in trying to find places for their youth. But it's also allowing us to look at our past and make sure that our students and our people can recognize the remarkable contributions some of the past leaders. And the University of Guam Micronesian Area Research Center is doing a Guam Governor's Oral History project that is focused, if I'm not mistaken, on Governor Atta and Governor Gutierrez and how Guam developed rapidly in the 80s and the 90s. This really is an awesome opportunity to showcase the progress and all of the different challenges that had to be navigated when Guam was expanding at a very, very dramatic rate. With the mayors, the vital projects that are going to be funded, some are looking at solar lighting. That's going to help cut the expense at the mayor's offices and be able to provide great lighting in centers. Some of them are focusing on playground improvements, on cultural preservation projects. Some of them are going to be using these funds to make their centers more ADA compliant so that seniors and individuals with disabilities will be able to utilize and access programs a bit more. And some of them are creating things, creating community gardens so that senior citizens will be able to utilize the time they have to help grow and to also help refine their skills. Some of the successes that we've seen in these last few years, so far since 2020, $2 million has been pushed out to various parties under the this grant program. And they have been doing so many different things made possible in, for the most part, by this great partnership we have with Guam Regional Medical City and the qualifying certificate program that they've been utilizing since they've been open. As we move forward, we look forward to continuing to provide great opportunities to continue the pipeline, getting to government agencies, mayor's offices, and nonprofit organizations that are going to be able to utilize these resources and bring a whole bunch of great projects to the people of Guam. So on behalf of our administration, I would like to thank you for doing an excellent job in focusing on the excellent things that all of you are really wanting to do for your community. You have set aside, you've been thinking about a vision, you understand where the needs are in the different areas that you're working on, but you also know that this investment we're making grows and it multiplies, and it really is such an effective way to push out resources because they build lives, they build communities, and they really, really inspire a lot of people to do good things to make Guam and continue to make Guam that very special place we have. So thank you very much. And Mel and team, si Diyos Masi.
Thank you so much, Acting Governor. Without further ado, we're going to go ahead and proceed with the check presentation. So when I call your group up, if you can come to the front, receive your check, take a photo, and then proceed back to your seat. Yes, Acting Governor and Mel, please join me in the front. We're going to start with our government agency awardees. Starting with the Guam Fire Department, receiving $25,000 to bolster existing drones with new technology, longer flight times, increased camera quality, water resistance, and heavier load capacities. Let's give a round of applause for Guam Fire Department, receiving $25,000 for $7 grand. Thank you so much, Chief. Department of Youth Affairs, the HATA Southern please come to the front, receiving $25,000. Let's give a round of applause. They'll be using these funds for playground equipment and picnic tables with benches for their southern location.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. And one more time. Okay, we're good.
And I want to call on the University of Guam, the Richard Flores Taitino Micronesian Area Research Center, receiving just under $25,000, that's $24,955, for Frames of Leadership, the Guam Governor's Oral History Project.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3. And one more time. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're good.
Receiving $25,000 at Guam Community College for their Associate of Science in Nursing Program for Registered Nurse Program, the administrative costs, the nursing program for the NCLEX PN, and the nursing exam. So thank you so much, Dr. Okada and team. Yes. The next nurses of Guam to fill our new hospital, to work in our new hospital. $25,000.
Great.
Again, this is going to pay the administrative costs for their testing.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're good.
And I want to call the Bureau of Women's Affairs,
Yes.
receiving $21,000 for their doula project. This will be used for supplies for the doula group sessions, doula training outreach marketing costs, the translation services for brochures and social media materials, especially into the languages for our FSM community. So our Director, Jane Flores, for the Bureau of Women's Affairs.
Yep.
Again, $21,000 for the BWA.
Okay, we're good.
Thank you so much. Yes, next up, we have the Guam Department of Parks and Recreation, receiving $10,000, DPR. For the implementation of mobile report writing and alarm systems for the Guam Department of Parks and Recreation and the Territorial Park Patrol Section, represented today by Lawrence Osborne.
Okay, good.
Speaking of law enforcement, the Guam Police Department today receiving $10,000. Come on, Chief of Police. For a community awareness campaign, community engagement and outreach, printed materials, professional services, and for their advertising and promotion.
Documenting. Yeah.
We'll just shift slightly to your left, everybody. That's perfect, right there. Here we go. Big smile, everybody. In 3, 2, 1. One more time. 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're good.
So that's going to be our government agency awardees. Now moving on to our mayors who are getting grant awards today. And a special thanks to Mayor Hoffman. Let's give a round of applause. Sharing the knowledge And in turn, sharing the money, the pot of money. Sinhanya Mayor's Office receiving $20,000 for the installation of ADA playground and accessible ramp and safety chain link fence. Guys, he's giving tutorials on how to write your grant so you can get money like him. Thank you so much, Sinhanya Mayor's Office. $20,000. Also receiving $20,000, Bongmong Toto, Mighty Municipal Planning Council. Just wanted to disclose I was not part of the selection committee. This is for the installation of solar lights to common areas utilized by the community. It'll be for 10 solar street lights and poles and installation services and the shipping costs. Gina's shot. Come on, Gina, to the MPC, the MTM MPCs. MTM's gonna be lit.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Oh, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we're good.
Thank you so much, Dad. Next up from the mayor's, GEDA Mayor's Office.
Yeah.
Vice Mayor Pedro and Mayor Francis Lozama coming to the front to receive $20,000. $20,000 for accessible garden for senior citizens of GEDA. So raised garden tables, topsoil, compost, seeds, gardening supplies, and ADA compliant ramp and pathways and fencing as well. So Biba, GEDA, $20,000. Mel is feeling like Oprah today because you get a check, you get a check. Next, I want to call to the front San Maina Mayor's Office.
Yes.
Mayor Frankie, receiving $20,000 for the installation of posts and solar lights within the village. Asamena is also going to be lit, very lit. $20,000. Come on, Asamena, represent. Come on, join your mayor in this awesome check presentation. $20,000 will go a long way to lighting up your village and keeping it safe.
Beautiful, everybody. Here we go. Big smile. 1, 2, 3. And one more time. Okay.
Thank you to the bank.
He's come from all the way down south. Matuk Mayor.
Yo!
$10,000. Mayor Johnson. His office will use the $10,000 for additional improvements of the newly installed playground equipment and surrounding area.
Yeah.
Mayor Bada. Next up, we have the Ganya Heights Municipal Planning Council.
Hey!
Where's the Ganya Heights? Come on down. $10,000 for the community safety awareness programs, for their trainings and workshops, emergency equipment, security cameras in Aganya Heights that are coming soon, for the neighborhood patrol support, and for their public awareness campaign.
Beautiful, guys. And
So you're seeing a trend here among the mayor's council. There are a lot of safety initiatives, also accessibility initiatives. I want to call to the front David O'Meara's office. Mayor Peter John Benjamin, Vice Mayor Ann Leon Guerrero. $10,000 for community safety on the roads and off the roads, for the installation of solar lights at Lencho Park and the installation of speed bumps at critical areas in the village and signage to warn drivers
here
of
we
the
go.
coming
One more.
speed
And
bumps.
3, 2, 1.
So slow down if you're in Dededo. You gotta slow it down. $10,000. Let's head down south to Santa Rita Sumay, receiving $10,000 today. Mayor Del Albert. For the installation of street lights, street name signs, banners, and stickers for neighborhood watch programs, concrete poles, and installation of street signs. So it's also going to be lit in Santa Rita Sumay.
Phone first, really quick. 3, 2, 1. And one more here. And really quick, just for me. In 3, 2, 1. Big smile. And all right, we're good.
Next up, we have the Manila Mayor's Office, for the Mayor's Council of Guam, receiving $10,000. Mayor Alan Nagatur, there you are, Mayor. Purchase and installation of ADA accessible and compliant playground equipment. So this is for the kids of Manila.
Yes.
$10,000 for the kids.
That's one swing.
All right.
That's not one swing, that's more than one swing. I now want to call on telephone for Mayor Vicente. His representative today, $10,000 for the installation of BTU AC units at the Jeremy Newby Community Youth Center. Keeping it cool down south.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and one more. Okay, all right.
Next, I want to call on PD Mayor's office. PTA. $10,000 for solar light poles and fixtures surrounding the PD baseball field. So it's also going to be lit in the PD Mayor's office.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and one more. All right. Thank you very much.
Next, I want to call on Joint Mayor's office, receiving $10,000. Joint in house? Yeah, back there. While they make their way up, let's give them a round of applause. Receiving $10,000 for the conservation of native Chamorro language in the community. So the trainers, the elders, and the stage and the photographer, they're going to use this towards cultural preservation, just in time for Miss Chamorro.
Ibazon. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and last one. Okay, we're good.
Hey, thank you so much, Joanne. And I want to call in Aloha Mayor's office for $5,000 in Aloha. They're going to use their $5,000 in grant funds for the installation of perimeter fence around their children's playgrounds. Let's keep the kids safe. You know, Mel, I'm seeing 17 mayors here. There's only 19 districts. That means only 16 mayors. So most of the mayors got, almost all the mayors got grants today. 17. That's great news for sharing the wealth. Thank you again, Mayor Hoffman. I want to welcome to the front Melissa Mayor's office. $5,000 for the Oh, maybe I should check my eyes. I'm gonna check my eyes. But I think it says 5K for the installation of perimeter fence and solar lights around their village playground. 50. Okay, I'm gonna make sure Mel corrects that, but I see 5K. $5,000 for the Melissa Mayor's office. This is Mayor Franklin Champaco. Yeah.
But we're grateful.
Thank you.
I'm gonna miss that. We're grateful.
Beautiful. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. All right.
Thank you again, Mayor. Next up, I want to call on Chalapago Orta, their village mayor. Yes, representative today to receive a check for $10,000 for public safety signage installation, for the materials, for the design, for the production, and the printing of signs, so we can make Chalapago Orta safer.
All right. In 3, 2, 1, and all right. We're good.
Thank you so much, Chalapago. And I want to call on Barragata. Hey, Mayor Tuna. Your bike's back here too. $10,000. No, it's 10K. I'm sure my eyes are okay. 10K for the purchase of water fountains, construction contractor, exterior solar lighting, including installation, facility security cameras with installation.
Here we go. With 3, 2, 1. Yep. One more, and okay.
Thank you.
Viva Barragata. Yes, we just finished the gym there, the closed gym there, so. Last but not least, I want to call on Agate Municipal Planning Council. Are you here today? Agate. Not here, not RSVP'd. It's okay, but we do have their check for $10,000 for the renovation of the Haga Community Center kitchen. Let's give them a round. And thank you everyone for joining us here today. Before you leave, can I call you all up to the front for a group photo? This will conclude our live stream event. Again, thank you so much and congratulations. Hope you use those funds towards keeping your village safe and your special projects. We're going to take our group photo, and then before you leave, again, reminder, you have to get your check signed by GEDA on your way out, or your check is not valid. Get your check signed.
You better get John lights. You know, if you see our bills,
You go outside.
Show me the money. Just find a little window, please.
This side.
Yeah.